Slam Jackson. Adventurist! By C. Henry Berman. Episode 11, A Number of Problems. Our story opens late one Saturday evening with that private investigator and universally feted famed adventurist, Slam Jackson.
Howdy.
Enjoying a romantic date at a classy Italian restaurant. Things are going well, and Slam has high hopes for a second date. But only in his dreams. That's right. For as fast as someone very tired, our pulchritudinous preventer of pugnaciousness has fallen fast asleep. The date was only a pleasant nocturnal imagining. Soon, however, Slam Jackson's idyllic dream of dinner-time romance will be interrupted by a sudden telephone call, and he is jerked unceremoniously back into the waking world.
Hello? Slam Jackson, private investigator.
It is I, Slam Jackson.
Why does everyone introduce themselves that way?
Another imbecilic inquisition, you arithmetical addlepate. Instead of people who introduce themselves that way cannot include everyone. Since far from introducing myself, I'm instead discussing the number I.
The number I?
Indeed, Jackson. A lowercase. In italics.
I know. I was kind of asking why you were calling me up at 3:30 in the morning to talk about it.
No doubt it's a great inconvenience, my numeric acquaintance. By waking you up a statistically significant number of hours past the average bedtime, I'm not inconsiderably subtracting from the sum of time that you would get in which to sleep.
Yes, you are. What's it all about?
Relevant data, Jackson. You can end my reign of insomnia only by answering my one question.
Don't you have to be up this late as well to wake me up?
Your point is null, Slam Jackson. You are the isolated singularity I wish to annoy.
Great.
Now, to solve your problem, you must first solve mine.
Okay.
How is the number I defined?
It's the square root of -1.
You're right.
Okay, that was weird.
Replacing the telephone on its hook, Slam Jackson returns to sleep. One day of thrilling adventure passes as our formidable foe of folly boldly vanquishes a constant feeling of grogginess to get all his work done despite an inadequate amount of rest. He settles comfortably into bed. But his rest is again to be short-lived.
Huh? Not again. Slam Jackson, private investigator, can I help you?
It is I, Slam Jackson.
The square root of -1. Can I go to bed now?
Negative, Jackson. On this occasion, I was only introducing myself.
Okay, get on with it so I can get back to sleep.
I am the Mathemagician.
The Mathemagician. Really?
I assure you, Jackson, I am 100% real, and not even a fraction imaginary.
Sure, I believe you. Otherwise you couldn't have called. Now please, tell me what you want.
You sound irritable, Jackson. It seems there's a high probability that my dastardly plan is succeeding. My plan to make the hours of sleep available to you increasingly finite.
Well, that's certainly original. Nice job. I'll talk to you later.
No, Slam Jackson. Before your sleep can be continuous, you must tell me the square root of 37.
Okay, hold on. Calculator was in the drawer, I think. $6.08276253. Good night.
You're correct. Sleep well, Jackson, now that you're primed for a night of rest.
Jeez, so she wasn't just a nightmare.
Having deduced that much about the nature of his new arch-nemesis, Slam Jackson soon prepares to continue his nightly routine of sleeping, but not before preparing a midnight snack.
Darn. Out of turkey.
His night is thoroughly ruined by the Mathemagician and his errant turkey. Slam Jackson proceeds onto the land of Nod. The inevitably drowsy day follows, and Slam must struggle mightily to keep his eyes open wide during his spine-tingling battles with the juggling trapeze czar of Petrozavodsk, the Enslavior, the Cuckoo Cock, President Robot Mugabe, and the Jamaican Chicken Jerk. Returning home at the end of the daily grind, Slam springs into action by taking an immediate nap, leaving him wide awake and fully alert for the Mathemagician's inevitable call.
Slam Jackson, private investigator. Good evening. What can I do for you tonight?
This is irregular, Jackson. Sleep cycle so disrupted you're still up? My numerically nonplussed nemesis?
Nope, took a nap earlier. Just wanted to be sure to be alert for the math problem tonight.
That's odd. Fine then, we'll get right to it. A right triangle has an angle 72 degrees. What are the other angles?
I'll have to think about that one. I'll get back to you.
Too obtuse to solve this one, Jackson?
No, I think I've got it.
Only when you have solved the problem can you return to sleep. The decrease in the soundness of your sleep will be accompanied by a concurrent decrease in the acuteness of your mental faculties.
You know, I could just hang up the...
8 hours of sleep is necessary if you ever want to face the day with your best foot forward and achieve any kind of success. Stay up late and you'll never know...
My ninth grade math teacher used to say exactly...
An irrelevant tangent, Jackson. Remembering high school will
Wait a minute. I know that voice. Miss Vogling, I haven't talked to you since,
When you left ninth grade.
Ninth grade, right.
And do you remember what you said to me that day?
What day?
The day you left ninth grade?
Have a nice summer?
You said you didn't think all this math would have any bearing at all on whether you succeeded in life.
Oh, right. But do you remember how much algebra you tried to assign us that summer?
It doesn't matter, Jackson. It was so you wouldn't forget what you learned. And that remark was uncalled for. Now I'm going to show you that you can't succeed as a universally famed adventurist who defeated a whole fleet of airborne Nazis led by Fräulein Gertrude von Rafflewaffle.
Sure, we'll say I did that.
Without being able to do ninth grade level math.
Listen, Miss Vogeling, I shouldn't have said that I wasn't going to use any of what you taught me. I apologize. You put a lot of work into that year's lesson, and it was impolite, but that doesn't give you the right to make harassing phone calls to me in the middle of the night. What would Mrs. Barbaroli have said in etiquette class?
That is pretty rational.
Yes, it is. Now, I could easily just start unplugging the phone before I go to bed, but I think it would be much nicer if you could just stop bothering me on your own.
You're right, Slam. I'm sorry I bothered you. I guess some people just can get along fine without math.
Hey, don't worry about that, Miss Vogeling. I am a small business owner. I handle all my own books. Not sure I could have managed that without you.
It really warms my heart to hear that, Slam.
You still working at the old school? What's it like?
Is Mrs. Vogeling working at the old school? What is it like now? What kind of math is Slam required to do as the owner of his own small business? How will he get through tomorrow's workday on such little sleep? If your nerves can stand the thrills, tune in again next week for Slam Jackson! Adventurist!